So from a maintenance perspective with the RM34, we want to make sure that we use clean fuel. And we also make sure that when we refuel, there's no grass clippings in and around the top of the tank. We also make sure before every use we check the oil level, because we mentioned before the mower will actually use oil over a period of time just because of the nature of the engine's working hard. I've removed the front cover for the purpose of the video. We've got 2 grease points on the spindle, both left and right here. They just need greasing probably every 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. Just 1 pump of grease. You don't need to go too extravagant on there. One thing that is key to get the best out of this mower is making sure that it is cleaned underneath the deck, because over time in damp, wet conditions, you will start to get a build-up of that material. What you don't want to do is let that material dry out, get hard, and then more material build to that, because it will prohibit the performance of the machine. Make sure that it's kept clean underneath. The chute at the back is also kept clean, because as I said, we're sucking a lot of debris, a lot of air. We need to expel that air. The grass bag, we mentioned before, needs to be kept clean, again, to aid performance. But what we also have on top is we have a shroud cover that enables us to clean from inside. So again, it's just keeping the machine very simply cleaned, and the maintenance features in place, so that you can come back to the machine and reuse that at any time. The rear roller is driven via a V-belt, and what will happen from new, the belts will stretch a little bit, but they'll also bed into the pulleys as well. So what the rule of thumb is, so how we know that these bail bars are set correctly and the belts are set correctly, is when I bring this up, nothing happens until I get a 30mm gap from the bottom of the handlebar to the bail bar. What will happen, the belts will stretch from new, so instead of it taking the drive up at 30mm, it starts to take it up then at 20mm. So what you'd need to do as part of your maintenance regime means that the belts need adjusting. So if you follow the cable down from the lever, you've got what we call a midway adjuster in the cable. So keep the lock nut finger tight, 1 rotation on that adjuster, screwing it apart anti-clockwise, lock that back up. That's actually taking your drive now back to 30mm on the handlebar. It might be something that you have to do maybe twice in 1 year, but pretty much after that, you won't need to adjust it. Once it's just allowing the belts to bed in and stretch a little bit. From an oiling and maintenance point of view, it'll be worth just using a little bit of universal oil down the cables. Again, probably every 6 to 8 weeks, but also on the adjusters as well, just to keep them lubricated. Key features, as much before, is just keeping the machine clean, keeping it greased, and with clean fuel and oil. Thank you.